Let's watch Black Votes Matter go from excited to disappointed on election night. Let's take a look.
Folks, welcome to our election night coverage 2024 right here on the Black Star Network.
Some people prematurely trying to grade where Georgia is. If you don't have the Metro and the Black Belt reporting, you don't know what Georgia's going to do.
NBC News projects that Donald Trump will win in Georgia when all the votes are counted.
It turned late. I believe it'll turn late again.
Democrats have been turning out in huge numbers. We're also paying attention to the state of Iowa. Over the weekend, of course, the poll dropped showing that Vice President Kamala Harris was plus 3 points against Donald Trump in Iowa.
This past weekend, Harris fans, however, did get a boost when the Seltzer poll carried out for the Des Moines Register newspaper shows Vice President Harris ahead substantially of her Republican rival, 3 points in that state, Iowa.
Just a quick update from NBC News, Steve, now projecting that Donald Trump has won the state of Iowa. That's going to be 6 electoral votes, and this one got a lot of attention in the last couple of days.
A lot of attention over the weekend.
Because of that Seltzer poll, which showed Harris up 3.
Yep, and she's not.
There are multiple pathways to her to get to 270 electoral college votes. That's when she can declare victory. And so we're
Through Iowa, though? Come on.
paying attention to all of that to understand what is going on. Now, Jonathan Martin with Politico earlier tweeted that his sources were saying that if suburban women outside of Philadelphia do what they do, they're definitely going to win Pennsylvania.
We are now projecting that Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania.
So we've been seeing reports of massive Latino turnout in Pennsylvania as well.
Harris is getting in Pennsylvania 58% of the Latino vote. Biden beat Trump with Latinos in Pennsylvania by 42 points. So that is a huge movement for Trump in narrowing that gap.
Now remember, 500,000 Puerto Ricans live in Pennsylvania. And that comment at that Donald Trump hate fest at Madison Square Garden really ticked off a number of those folks. And so we're seeing Latino voters, not just Puerto Ricans, really speak about what took place. And so we're watching that.
For some of us, it's been a decade of fighting against Donald Trump's racism, against Donald Trump's hatred. For me, people say, I say, look, y'all voted against Donald Trump 3 times. I voted against him 6 times. So I voted against him 3 times in the primaries. And so for me, this has been a fight from June 2015. And hopefully this is the last time we have to deal with this.
Thank you very much.
We won.
In Pennsylvania, for instance, there was a massive ground game for the vice president. She spent a lot of time there yesterday, hitting 3 cities. They knocked on almost 1 million doors in Pennsylvania. And at the end of the day, that's how elections are won. It's absolute ground game.
Yeah.
How much you think the ground game, though, actually matters? I mean, I obviously can't speak for everybody. I find stuff like that incredibly annoying. Here's somebody else that finds it annoying.
So I'm on the list because I know I vote, but I don't vote all the time. So on the list, you guys know me, whatever.
Well, hey.
This has got to be like the 5th time that someone from Begich has got house. It's so annoying. You're not going to sway my vote.
I'll never forget one day I was at the gym. I will never forget this, right up the street from my house on Sunset Boulevard. This man came into the gym dressed in MAGA from head to toe.
Oh, wow.
In Hollywood, up the street from West Hollywood. So we ran him up out of there, but my point being is in 2020.
Is that nice? And why are you admitting that? But just, is that a nice thing to do? Somebody wearing political gear of the person that you don't support, and you ran him up out of there? Like, when you say that, just a little part of you go, maybe I'm not being that generous or that charitable. Come on.
Started to see people inching into areas that were once Democratic strongholds, right? And you have
what's with the Democratic Party and just people on the left? This is so common. Anyone that's on the right, just don't talk to them.
It had to be 6% to pass, but maybe a majority voted for it. In other words,
58.4.
Exactly.
Wow.
There it is. These goddamn white supremacists.
Wow.
Understand this.
So, 95% of the ballot-ins, there were 10,935,000 votes cast.
White supremacy? What does that have to do with this abortion initiative on the ballot?
This country is faced with the problem that we've known all along. This is white supremacy. This shouldn't even be close.
Since the founding of this country, we have been dealing with the same people. Make no mistake, it is the same people. And it's a systemic failure by thinking, oh, they're just fringe element, on the fringe, and they're just conspiracy theorists. No, they have never been dealt with. They have never been dealt with. They have had carte blanche to own as many weapons as they want, to have as much property as they want. They have had carte blanche in this country since the founding of this country, and I'm tired.
Look, she just sounds so unhinged there, obviously. You don't have to be perfect when you speak, but try to be more accurate, because when you say, oh, these people have not been dealt with, I don't know what you mean. Probably lots of other people watching this won't know what that means. And then the other part of what she said about just people getting to have as much property as they want. I mean, maybe she's just talking about like a very small percentage of people that are rich, but even then, they don't just give property away, but the average American has about $8K in their bank. So $8,000, you're not just gobbling up a bunch of property. It's not really clear what she means, though.
The reason that it's really close is that there are a large number of white, male, uneducated voters, low propensity and strong propensity, white, male, uneducated voters in Pennsylvania that are keeping those numbers tight. That's really it.
Why does it fascinate you? Everybody knows that Pennsylvania.
No. That's such a common thread in all these election streams. The white, male, uneducated voters, they're out there ruining everything, voting for Republicans. What are you thinking? People without a college degree. That always comes up. It's incredible. I've talked about that in a lot of my videos.
Our 2024 election coverage here on the Black Star Network. Folks are anxious, nervous. I'm not. Again, if you watch this show and you...
What a good feeling. We like winning, don't we?
What we do know is that Charlie Kirk and Elon Musk ran the ground game for Donald Trump. Now, when I heard that, I thought, okay, this might be a blue wave. I mean, I got a friend that said to me, there could be a way, because those two idiots doing something that they've never worked on before, that told me this could be, a short night. But apparently...
Two idiots.
You are so generous and kind to be giving me any credit when you truly deserve actual credit for getting Donald Trump elected. I mean, truly, you're one of a handful of 5 that really made the difference. And we need look no further than...
Charlie Kirk, also with all he's accomplished already, he's only 31 years old. I actually could not believe the first time I heard just how young he is. Clearly not an idiot.
I don't understand how you can run the Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX, all these different things you're doing constantly. I don't understand.
It actually hasn't come up tonight, and I was very interested it hasn't come up. America still hasn't elected a woman.
No.
And the fact of the matter is, again, this feels similar to 2016.
No, it doesn't.
Let me finish the point. This is still a nation that you have to crack a glass ceiling, and it was not going to be easy for a woman to win the presidency in this country.
It feels like 2016 in one other way as well.
This means that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States, winning the most unreal, surreal election we have ever seen. The Fox News decision desk can now officially project that Donald Trump will become the 47th president of the United States.
So about at this point in the night, maybe it was a little bit before this, but it looks like the mood shifts to become more negative, as it looks like Kamala's chances to win are definitely in trouble.
So, oh God, I'm really having a breakdown right now. I'm very serious, because this election, I don't care about this whole racing. I don't care about this fucking gender thing.
It's a gender.
No, listen. This is an existential threat to all of us. And the fact that we're sitting here having this conversation right now is terrifying. Right. And we're sitting here talking about it as if it's some sort of intellectual debate or discussion. We are falling fucking apart right now. And this is...
So look, it's clear that what is happening in the election night, this person's not thrilled about it.
What the Harris campaign is looking at right now is they're saying, hey, we could win Georgia. The numbers are there. The votes are there. We could actually win Georgia. Win Georgia, it's a sigh of relief. Now you go, all right, you got to lock down Wisconsin and Michigan.
Look, at this point in the night, Harris was a massive underdog in Georgia. So I'm not exactly sure what numbers he's looking at or where he's getting that sort of optimism from in Georgia.
That's why I'm telling everybody who's at Howard, I'm telling everybody in this studio, I'm telling everybody who's watching, y'all gonna make me cuss in a second, but I'm literally saying, calm the hell down. This is about math. It's about math.
So as I said, the mood started to get more negative. This guy's name is Roland. He was still positive, or he still had some optimism for sure. It's just that, like, I think the people honestly being negative that wanted Kamala to win were being correct. This point in the night, she had very, very low odds to win.
If they're concerned about economics, then they will vote for Vice President Kamala Harris, okay? But they're using economics as a cover to really vote for white supremacy and vote for Donald Trump, okay?
So Trump campaign feels.
What could that possibly mean? I'd like to see, like, the big board. You got, like, all those strings trying to link economics to white supremacy. How you would make that jump, I don't know.
It's looking like, based upon the projections right now, it looks like Democrats will take the House, and Hakeem Jeffries will become the first black Speaker of the House. So what that means...
I'll show it to the channel Base Life Guru. The edit is from his channel. That's like those words you see there on the screen. That's from him. I don't know what information, though, he's looking at. Every time I checked on this night, especially later into the night, the Republicans were the favorites to win the House. I mean, it wasn't called officially until days later, but President Trump at least had this to say on election night. It looked like the House was trending in Republican direction.
And it also looks like we'll be keeping control of the House of Representatives.
So several different media outlets are now saying that Georgia has gone to Donald Trump. It looks like Democrats are going to control the House. So therefore, Jeffries will become the first black Speaker of the House.
My goodness. That's great. My goodness.
There will be they will be able to stop a MAGA agenda. You can't get it past the House. It can't go to the Senate and get passed.
Right.
But you are going to see...
Again, I really don't know what information he was looking at. Every time I checked throughout this night, the Republicans were like the overwhelming favorites to win the Senate and the House.
It is official, according to the Associated Press, that the GOP has won the House.
And NBC is calling Pennsylvania for Donald Trump. That puts him over 270. And that's why the right is celebrating. The point we're just making, and y'all already know, I will never use the word president with his ass. Even when I met his ass, I wouldn't use it. I would not use it.
For now.
No, ain't no for now.
But he's President Trump.
MAGA is a continuation of white supremacy that started before 1619 in this country. So that's why I said I recognize, like, you know,
in a world where not one, but two Cheneys are supporting a Democrat, should have been the wake-up call that there is no more GOP. There's only MAGA.
literally what I wanted to say in the beginning.
That might be the funniest comment of the entire stream. Two Cheneys. Who are like the Dick and Liz Cheney fans out there so excited that they threw their weight behind Kamala? Does that group of people, I wonder how big of a group of people that is across the entirety of America.
And so they have fallen for the greatest lie. They literally believe this man is an economic genius when he can barely read.
They do not believe that.
They don't believe. No.
He was very good in business, as evidenced by all of his properties around the world, the fact he's a billionaire, and the first Trump term, the economy was doing well. So he clearly knows a thing or two about the economy.
Having fights every day. Like, I struggled to convince people that talented, brilliant, educated, caring, non-felonious, sane, black and Asian woman was better than that degenerate.
Y'all can enjoy your win, but I'm telling you right now, a lot of you who voted for Trump, and you're rejoicing right now there will be tears. And when the tears come shedding, you can't cry on our shoulders. And you can't come to say, I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I don't think he means that literally, but that's still a funny thought. Someone actually doing that. But anyway, with that said, I'll finish the video. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I will see you in the next video.